Oh, there's something in the canyon. Catch a little glimpse of it there in that gap. It's black and it's wild and it's mean.
You know, I'm not a mechanic and I'm not a car builder. I'm just an old redneck having a good time banging around on this rusty old iron. So buckle up and hang on. Let's see what's going to happen next around here.
We're gonna shoot over and pick up old Whalen Wire over there. He does some cool stuff.
Hey, welcome to Rat Rodding. My name's Whalen Wire, and don't ever do what we do here on this channel.
Hello boys and girls, welcome back to Whalen Wire's Old Iron. A little bit late getting this video out, but I was waiting for some footage from Tony, and he got busy and couldn't get it to me. That poor guy, man, they running him to death at work. He drove from St. Joe, Missouri up to near Chicago, where we started Route 66, and did the whole power tour, 1,000 miles to Tulsa. Turned around a day in the park getting home, I guess, and Monday morning at work he had to turn around and go right back to Chicago again, which is a day in the park. So he's busy guy. And anyway, we sure had fun on that trip. Man, what a blast. I made memories of a lifetime. What a trip. 9,000 miles in that old car. Who gets to do that? I'm so blessed. And that old car, it held up. You know, we run the wheels off of that thing, boy, but it delivered. And I got a lot of maintenance to do on it to get it ready for the next one. But I'll do that. That's what we do around here. So anyway, I got a little bit different video for you today. My neighbor came over and brought a car that had belonged to his father. His father passed away a few years ago. I met him about 30 years ago. And but he left behind something, and his son brought it over. And I had not seen that car in about 20 years. So it was great to see the car, and I think you're going to like it too. Stay tuned.
Long history behind this car. I've known this car for many, many, many years. We'll get into that a little later. How'd it do?
Huh?
How'd it do?
Man, I love this car.
Coming up the hill, no
No problem.
did it get hot or anything?
No.
Cool.
No, actually, this is like the third time it's left the house now.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Awesome, man.
Here's your camera.
All right. Well, I was just saying to the viewers that I've got a long history with this car. I met this car 20 years ago, probably.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
It took us that long.
when he was just got the engine in it when I saw it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have my buddy. I'm gonna redo the valve covers.
Well, I don't know if it was out of a Hardy or a Bean, but I know that engine came out of a speed sprayer.
Yeah.
Orchard speed sprayer, and I'll explain
Walnuts.
later on to people that don't know what that is.
Yeah.
But I know about that.
Oh yeah.
Well, that was a sign of springtime when you can hear an old Hardy off in the distance whining, boy, I mean wrapping up, you know.
Oh yeah.
As most of you know by now, my regulars anyway, you know I live in Wenatchee, Washington. Its claim to fame is the apple capital of the world. With the completion of the Great Northern Railway across the Cascade Range at Stevens Pass, it allowed local growers to ship fruit long distances. The very first carload of Wenatchee apples was successfully shipped by rail to Seattle in 1901. So by 1902, Wenatchee had declared itself the apple capital of the world. At certain times of the year, it is one of the most beautiful places on earth. But in the wintertime, when you got to plow 2 feet of snow and it's 10 degrees below zero, well, not so much. That's just my opinion, but I digress. Let me get back to my point. There are orchards everywhere, thousands and thousands of acres of orchard in the Yakima Valley and the Okanagan Valley and the Wenatchee Valley and the Lower Columbia Basin. There are over 150,000 acres of orchard in production. In the 1950s, a company called Hardy began making these speed sprayers to pull behind tractors in the orchards to spray the pesticides and the foliar nutrients onto the tree. But when I moved here in 1972, and the sprayer that I learned to use would look like that yellow one there on the right. And I don't know how long they made those, I guess throughout the 70s. Anyway, many of those Hardy sprayers had Hemi engines in them, 331s and 354s. So in that front compartment there would set a big old Hemi, and then behind that a tank for your materials. Can't remember if they're 300 gallon or 500 gallon, but it was large. And then behind that is the nozzles and the fan that blows the material up into the trees. And boy, those things would whine with that old Hemi in there. So I moved here in 1972, and at age 20, I started learning how to use one of these speed sprayers and spray the orchards. And I was pulling one of these behind a John Deere tractor on a real steep orchard at a place called Keystone up the Indiana River. That was my first job when I moved here. And that's where I learned you don't go downhill with a full tank. I started down the steep part of that hill up there in 7 acres. Mike Davis, you'll know what I'm talking about. And that sucker took off, and the more I hit the brakes, the faster it went. And that's when I learned also that you don't hit the brakes when you start sliding. But that thing started pushing the tractor. I mean, the tail started wagging the dog, and it was a scary ride to the bottom. Somehow I kept that old tractor in front of that sprayer. But I learned then that you spray out most of the tank on the level ground, and then you go up and hit the steep parts. You can't go up. It was too steep for that. You have to come down. But you don't do it with a full tank. Of course, nowadays the sprayers are much smaller and much more efficient, and some of them are PTO driven. I think maybe most of them. I'm not sure how many of them have their own engine. If they do, it's probably a little diesel. But those old Hardys used to be everywhere with Hemis in them, and you could buy them all day long for a couple $100, maybe even less.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the fact that this thing was a propane burner for so long.
Clean.
Oh yeah.
Clean. Yep. Yeah, I guess most of the sprayers are PTO driven now.
Oh yeah. There's still a few holdouts.
Yeah.
My old high school ag science teacher.
Yeah.
He still got an engine drive sprayer.
Okay. And so do you have any idea what year?
This is a 39 Desota.
Yes.
And the engine, I think, came out of a 50-something, 56, I think.
Okay. Sure. So, transmission, what are you running?
Turbo 400.
Okay.
Out of a 68 GMC half-ton pickup.
Okay. I wonder what he had to do to bolt that up.
Adapter plate.
Okay.
As a matter of
So
fact,
it's a later model Hemi. It doesn't have the long bell housing and
No,
all that. Yeah.
no. As a matter of
I
fact,
have one of those.
We had a kit that we ordered out of PAW before they went out of business.
Yeah.
That had the adapter
Yeah.
plate and the little mini starter and flywheel for it.
So how many years ago, what's your memory of this thing being built?
Oh man,
You were young.
I was 21 when Dad bought it.
Yeah. When you bought the car.
Mhm.
Yeah.
$600 is what he paid for it.
Yeah.
And then we chopped the whole rear end from about here back
Yeah.
and built the whole ass end of it for so we could put the ladder bars and all that for
Sure.
the transmission underneath it.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, it's got the coilovers, it's got the 4-link suspension, a narrow Dana 60 rear end with a 538 spool.
All the good stuff,
Oh, yeah.
man.
And
Yep.
then, a lot of people don't know that the businessman's coupe, you know what they were notorious for? Look at all that room
Oh,
for
yeah.
bootleg and moonshine.
Oh yeah. 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 I had my first car actually was 41 Ford business coupe.
Yeah,
Yeah. Had two little jump seats that fold down on each side in the
Right.
back. Yeah. That was for hauling. That was for salesmen. A salesman's car, they called it sometimes.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Haul all their goodies in.
Dad and I built all this. As you can kind of see his.
Yeah. The tubs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks good. Looks real good.
And then my buddy Jake that has the Cascade Custom Restoration in East Wenatchee. This was his first thing he did back when he was 21. First
Wow.
job of metal
Wow.
panel. This is all rotten and gone.
Yeah.
He
He
built
did
all
a good
this.
job.
Now he's pro.
Yeah, sure. So, is it street
Yeah.
street legal? It's licensed and
Yep.
Yep.
This is my license plate too.
Sure. Antique plate.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I run on my Impala.
Yeah.
It's got the original '63 plate that came on it.
Yeah, my dad had this one on there for a while, and I just didn't like how it looked, so I found that my wife gave me that one, so next year I might try to take it down to that parade next year maybe.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I kind of quit doing the classic chassis parade because it's not classic chassis anymore.
No, it's not.
It's just whoever will give them the money, you know,
Right.
boats, brand new boats, motorcycles, new cars. They, you know, whoever's got the money, that's all it's about. It's not classy cars anymore.
And a lot of it's all lowrider stuff too now. And vehicles with hydraulics
Oh yeah,
all over the
Yeah.
place. Oh,
well that's better than a new boat though.
this is my fuel gauge.
Yeah, oh I understand. Oh yeah, you're not going to go far on that tank.
No,
That's for going down. That's for going a quarter mile.
actually I made 3 trips up and down the hill with that thing.
Yeah, yeah.
More than I thought.
Well, looks good, Justin. Thanks for bringing it over.
Yeah. Oh. Stupid thing. I'll have to replace that button.
We'll see you on YouTube. So much more than meets the eye. It sounds pretty tame. Really, but there's a lot going on there. There's 90 Desota. When you're gone for a long time on a road trip, everything goes downhill when it's just sitting in the rigs. You've not even been driving. Don't know what's going on with this one. Been sitting out here for a couple of months. Well, I know what's going on with it. I know it needs an accelerator pump. That's what's going on with it. But usually, especially if it sits for a while, it wants to be a little cantankerous when it starts up. But then it'll, you know, with a little bit of starting juice, or I like to prime the carburetor a little bit, and that seems to work better. And it'll usually fire off, and it did. It started up, and it picked up, and it's running now. And well, now it's acting like it's not getting any fuel again. And I don't know, that old diaphragm may be getting weak in that fuel pump too. Number of things could be going on, but Johnny Cash would say that's what happens when you don't drive them for a long time. They start to go downhill. It's a sweet little motor, a little old 256. Don't reckon it's ever had anything done to it in all these years, all these miles. A little lifter clatter, but it's old enough for that. Basically runs pretty good. It's just that issue with the accelerator pump. I think that'll cure everything. There's my lid I was looking for. Right there. Yeah, it's amazing all the things that I didn't touch around here just quit working. Gotta change the battery, I can see that. I gotta get some tires put on this thing tomorrow. I ordered some tires from Tire Rack because I had a flat on this thing. I got the spare, I think, up here, yeah, the old silver wheel, original. But I took this thing into my tire guy. I said, hey, I need to get this flat fixed, and he just started laughing at me. I said, what's the matter? It's just a flat, you know? And he goes, yeah, it's, I'll show you what he was laughing at. This thing is split all the way around here, and both and over here too, all the way around. I don't know why he thought that was so funny. I just wanted him fixed flat. Put a tube in it. it'll be all right. Just put a boot in it. You know, remember how we used to do that? We put a boot in them, man. I miss those old days. There's stuff like that that when we're gone, you know, guys our age, when we're gone, and nobody gonna know nothing about that. Put a boot in it. You go, what are you talking about? Put your shoe in it. You know, so anyway, ordered me up some tires off a Tire Rack. I reckon that'll do. Probably last as long as I do. Unless I start taking this thing on 9,000 mile trips like I do this old Chevy over here. And I wouldn't be afraid to do that. You know, I really wouldn't. I got promised myself last fall that during the winter I was going to fix this. I got the patch panels, but you know, I didn't get very far with my good intentions. There's a little rust bubble there too. I'm gonna have to get Harmon on that. And the problem is it's got metal flake. I don't know how that's gonna work out. I'm not gonna buy a whole paint job for this thing. I'm not gonna do it. I got some touch-up paint in there, and that's what I'm gonna use. Oh, might have to leave Harmon out of it because he kind of tends to want to do everything right, you know. He was in the business for 50 years, 60. Here's some more rust bubbles right there. We'll just pretend we didn't see that. Yeah. So nice old truck though. I think I can dust that kick out of that maybe. be fun to try. But right now, I've got something else I gotta do. I've got to work on my weed eater. There we go. Well, it'll be fine for a few days until I let it sit too long. I'm gonna get busy with this. My son left his hard drives up here, and he asked me if I could do the plasma cutter treatment on. And I expect he deals with internet security, so I expect he wants these so that nobody can ever read them again and get anything off of them. They come from his work probably, and I can do that. I can make those so they won't be read again. All right, I'm gonna get some music cranked up here and get my weed whacker in here and start commencing to get ready to fix and to do something. Here we go again. I got air and something I didn't even touch, for a month. 3 weeks and today I was gone. So now I come back and my vise don't work. It was working when I left. It's weird, ain't it, how that works? It always works that way though. No. Well, Trev, I think what you wanted was for these hard drives to be fixed up so nobody could ever read them or pull anything off of them again. And I think that'd probably do the trick. What do you think? I think I can read that one anymore. Well, we might cut another big hole in it right there. Just make sure.
All right, fellers and fellerettes, that's going to do it for this one. Thanks so much for taking time out of your busy day to watch my silly little old video. I sure do appreciate it, and I sure do appreciate you. Thanks for tuning in. See you soon right back here on Waylon Myers' Old Iron.